A clash of civilizations, worlds colliding. Is this the natural progression of society, or is this the beginning of the end? Welcome back to Forgotten Country. I'm your guest host, Mohamad, aka That Muslim Guy. And today, let's discuss society, religion, and homosexuality. Historically speaking, major world empires and civilizations, such as the Romans, had their glorious days. They had their prosperity, but inevitably, they all had their downfalls and ultimate demise. But what commonalities do historians see leading to the decline of a civilization? According to historian Edward Gibbon, apparently, the fall of the Roman Empire and civilization was due to 5 main factors. Number 1, weakening of individual responsibility. No accountability for the welfare of society. Number 2, suffering a breakage in the family unit or family structure. We see this happening today. Number 3, huge government interventions and control and taxes on people. Number 4, excessive promiscuity and hedonism and immorality. Does that sound familiar? And number 5, decline in religion. This is pretty much everything we're seeing today. It's kind of scary, actually. So based on the teachings and lifestyles of radical feminism, the sexual promiscuity and deviation, and the current LGBT movement, we can safely say we're heading towards the fall of our civilization. All major religions, such as Islam, Christianity, Judaism, are against homosexuality and other forms of sexual deviation. God, our Creator, has provided us with an objective code of morality, an unchanging code that leads to felicity and fulfillment. Also, the concept of accountability is essential. You're not judged based on your feelings, but based on your actions. The purpose is to protect and maintain the family unit, the nuclear family, which provides a safe and stable environment to raise children, instill them with values, and achieve economic stability. Once that's gone, the moment we abide by liberalism, whereby morality is subjective, it's malleable, the downfall and destruction of civilization is right around the corner. And sadly, we are seeing an identity crisis with some Muslims living in the West. Some Muslim groups are falling victim to this radical feminism and the LGBT movement. We see some Muslims claiming that Islam supports and promotes homosexuality, that it's not a major sin. We also see a sudden rise in gay imams and gay mosques completely going against their own scriptures. Furthermore, the LGBT movement commands people to identify with their most bestial desires, their most base desires. Your preference regarding intimate affairs effectively becomes you. That is all you are. That is who you are. You become defined by your desires. You become your desires. It doesn't make sense because we don't do this for anything else except for sexual deviances. It's a complete subjugation and, quite frankly, a mockery of the human being. In contrast, the path of God commands people to live with virtue and the utmost moral excellence by following God's injunctions. Your identity is not your most carnal desires, but your connection with the divine. That is the optimal way to live in a society. Following the path of God is clearly the more common sense, righteous path. At the end of the day, the result is clear. When you have a godless society and replace God with liberal values, fulfilling all your desires becomes your new God, and liberalism becomes your new religion. Thank you very much for watching. This has been For God and Country. I'm your guest host, Mohamad, aka That Muslim Guy. And stay tuned for the remaining of the 8-part series on the LGBT movement. Until next time, salam. Peace.